Hi, welcome to Endpoint Pulse. Today we have a special guest. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you, Raja.
So, Tim, before I explain, I'm not sure most of you would be familiar with him. Tim, why not you introduce yourself to the crowd?
Okay, thanks, Raja. My name is Tim McAlpin. I'm one of the owners of Servaplex, and we're the Irish partner for ManageEngine. We've been a partner while selling ManageEngine since 2008, I think it is. So this is our 17th year. It's hard to believe. It's been a great journey.
Excellent. So 17 years he's been the face of ManageEngine in the Irish market, which means a lot to us, Tim. And this actually drags to another point. I'm not sure if you could recollect, this year is the 20th year of Endpoint Central. So 20 years journey as Endpoint Central, it means a lot. And this is again time for you to thank you for being a part of the success story.
Thank you. Yeah, it's incredible. I just learned that it's 20 years since Desktop Central, as it was then, was launched. Obviously evolved into Endpoint Central 4 or 5 years ago now, but it's been great to watch the development of that product over the last 20 years, and really the success has really accelerated the last few years. You know, before it kind of ticked along nicely, but the last few years is just it's gone on a trajectory, you know, where and come to Chennai and hear similar stories that, you know, you're the best performing department really of the UAMS team for ManageEngine. Was great to hear.
I mean, the success is actually mutual. To be honest, it's our success. When you succeed, we succeed. Right?
Sure.
Great. So this, this drags another topic that needs attention at this part. 20 years of journey has not been that easy. You did mention about Desktop Central. Initially, we started off just as a CMT vendor, managing our desktops, and then we moved on to laptops, mobile devices, and the transition for 2 decades without acquiring a separate product.
Yeah.
Without any kind of acquisition. 2 decades into business, I think ManageEngine, I could probably call Microsoft as the only 2 players who withstood the whole transition.
Sure, and back in 15, 20 years ago, there was almost a lot more competition in the market, really, because a lot of that has some of them have gone completely, some of them have been acquired and merged into other products. So it's great to see that Desktop Central has evolved into Endpoint Central, and evolved from a desktop computer management system into like a multi-platform management system over the years. It's been it's been great as a salesperson to bring that to the market in Ireland. It's made our lives much easier, at Servaplex.
Wonderful, Tim. So now that we just went back time, 20 years in the past, what do you see as the future in the next 5 years? When most of the analysts keep talking about vendor consolidation as one of the primary changes in the market. I'm talking about the data across the globe.
Yeah.
So how does it work in Irish market?
So I've seen the evolution of Endpoint Central, from becoming just a desktop management product through to mobile device management, the OS deployment bit, the multi-platform functionality it brings across Windows, Mac and Linux, and now obviously iOS and Android as well. Where is it going? Well, the last few years have been incredible as well, because before we kind of look at the future, we have to look back at where we've come from the last few years and the security modules that's been added. So you'll probably tell me better where we're going, Raja, but from what I can see is there'll probably be more automations come into the product. There'll probably be AI being the buzzword. There'll probably be AI come into the product, looking at some of what's happened with other ManageEngine products and how AI has come into those. And obviously combining automation, machine learning, AI, then we'll take some of the human element out of the whole endpoint management space, and more security features can be automated, and obviously that will lead to a more secure environment. And I think security is the #1 topic on everybody's lips, really. So I see ManageEngine, that's probably the journey you're going to take, and that's probably what customers expect at this stage, I would think.
Absolutely. No denial. Perfect. So Tim, with all the all the experience that you had so far, I would love to listen to one or two wonderful stories, where you presented Endpoint Central as a solution to the complex problems that they have.
Yeah, I think a lot of the problems that customers have is internal or management problems. So traditionally they would have had maybe 4, 5, 6 tools to do the different things that ManageEngine Endpoint Central can complete. So they would have had something for patch management, something for remote control, something for OS deployment, inventory, and that can all be done now with a single platform. And that's even before we go into the security modules like application control and accounts management and all those things that you can do with Endpoint Central. From my own perspective, we use both the cloud and on-premise versions in our own Servaplex team to manage our own computers. And I think one of the big priorities is patching. With the amount of security threats out there, most of those can be mitigated by making sure your OS is up to date and your applications are up to date. And that is one of the big things I see with customers. And some customers, really, that's the main module they use with Endpoint Central, and you probably see that a lot with your own customers too. But it's security, patch. And Patch Tuesday, don't wait 2 weeks to get them out, because there's vulnerabilities out there that are exploiting those already. So get patching, and Endpoint Central does a great job of that, it really does. The automation, the on-demand patching, the service pack patching, the amount of third-party applications it supports, literally hundreds of them. So it does a great job.
Wonderful, Tim. So you spoke about security, giving the most emphasis that could be possible. Just when you say that, it makes me recollect some data points that I was looking into. In the last 6 months, just in the last 6 months of 2024, we were able to stop around 500K ransomware attacks, which were, trying to penetrate into the enterprises. So the data that I'm talking about is global. We were able to prevent around 500K ransomware attacks. Now imagine the kind of threat, it could have happened. Imagine the kind of damage that could have caused, or imagine the kind of threat that's pretty much popping up every single day, right?
Sure.
So with that being said, is there any interesting use case that you have come across where Endpoint Central, as a security player, was able to help or mitigate, any kind of challenges?
Well, we have a lot of customers in the public sector in Ireland, especially in local authorities, and when I'm thinking one particular one, so they had a big problem with patching before they deployed Endpoint Central, and they were able to. One of the things that they did was they used the CIS controls module to try and bring up their IT up to a kind of higher level of security. And one of the big things in CIS controls is obviously patching. And that local authority was able to go from like 20% of machines patched within a certain time frame to up to 70 or 80% of machines patched within a week or two of those patches coming out. And that whole level of patching massively increased their level of security posture. And even the ones that they weren't able to catch, they were able to catch with them once they contacted or came back on the network, and they were patched as soon as possible then as well. So that was one of the big examples that I can think of a local authority. A big local authority had thousands of endpoints, and they were massively able to improve their security posture just from the patch management part alone. Yeah.
Wonderful. 20% to 80%.
Yeah.
That is massive, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Perfect. So Tim, it was a pleasure talking to you right here, and 20 years of Endpoint Central. If you were supposed to give us a one-liner on Endpoint Central, what would that be?
The one-liner, it's like the Swiss Army knife of IT tools. It is just, even, I'm a salesperson, I have a technical background, but I use it on our own network. And going in, digging into it every now and again. I know this isn't a one-liner, but it always astounds me with the features and functionality, with the things you can do. Like I discovered fairly recently that, I hate seeing machines on the network left logged on. It kind of bugs me. I go to sleep at night hoping someone's not going to click on something stupid. I know our machines are patched, so I can sleep a bit easier. But I do go to sleep at night wondering, somebody's not going to click on a stupid link or do something silly. But one of the things I like to see is machines are always logged off. And with the Endpoint Central, you can actually do that. Don't have to remote in and log them off. You can just log them off. It's a simple thing, but there's loads of features like that under the hood in Endpoint Central that just waiting to be explored.
Fine, Tim. So I really appreciate your time. Once again, we welcome you to the Partner Meet 2025, and it's a pleasure hosting you today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.